Now, along with the Model Y, we also got the Model Y owner's manual, so we've got a lot more information about dimensions. A lot of people want to know how much bigger or smaller is this than the Model 3. So here's what we've got so far. It's 2.2 inches longer and 2.8 inches wider than the Model 3. And with the mirrors extended, you can see here that it's also wider, depending on whether they're extended or folded. Here's the big number for me.
Yep.
It's 7.1 inches taller,
So,
which tells you where you're going to be in the car. Because to me, that's like the big thing is like, how does it feel to be in this car? So if it's 7 inches taller, I think that you as a person are going to feel 7 inches taller. At least that's what we felt when we went to the unveiling of the Model Y and we sat in it. Like, it was just like, oh yeah, you're in an SUV.
right. Interestingly, it had a slightly longer wheelbase. It has a little bit more of a front overhang. It has about 1.1 inch or 2.8 centimeter higher ground clearance. So that's 6.6 inches or 16.7 centimeters of ground clearance.
I was surprised that I thought it would be at least 2 inches higher.
Well, I mean, it's more than 1 inch.
Okay.
Is that not good enough for you?
So many people have been measuring it with like their coffee mugs or with their iPads, and it looked in those videos like it was much higher than 1 inch.
Right. And that's why we measure things with measuring devices and not mugs and iPads.
Guess so.
They weren't made for that. Also, interestingly, the Model Y has wider tires as well as bigger tires, which means that that's why it's not as efficient as the Model 3.
So on the interior side, we've got 0.7 inches more front headroom and 1.7 inches more in the rear for the headroom.
Just about 1 inch less front legroom, which I thought was interesting, but you get 5.3 more inches in the rear legroom.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. I mean, the front legroom in the Model 3 is not bad at all. I would say it's stellar because especially with the seat moved all the way back, you're like, wow, I have so much room. But every inch counts on the rear side.
Right.
So 5.3 inches is staggeringly large.
The shoulder room is virtually unchanged, and there's 0.4 inches more front and 1.8 inches less rear hip room.
So that's your hips.
Right.
Not the hips of the car.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay. There's 53 cubic feet more rated cargo volume.
Yeah, that's quite a lot because you're talking about a hatchback now. And the weight of the vehicle is 344 pounds or 156 kilograms heavier for the long-range all-wheel drive configuration. And that means a 309-pound higher gross vehicle weight rating.
And it'll have the same weight distribution of 46-45%, which is a great weight distribution for all sorts of driving.
But I want to see this in comparison to another SUV so I can really like see it one-on-one.
Okay, well, I know that you've never driven a GLC 300, but you've probably seen a GLC 300. Here is a picture of a Model Y next to a Mercedes GLC 300. So you can see the Model Y looks a lot like the Model 3 in terms of just its looks, but in terms of its size, it is bigger. Thanks so much for watching this Now You Know clip.
Head over to Now You Know channel for full episodes of Tesla Time news and in depth.
And if you want to treat yourself and your family to something amazing, check this out.
Jesse and I have been enjoying Masterclass, where we've been learning all sorts of fun topics from the masters themselves. Chess from Garry Kasparov.
Scientific thinking with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Space exploration from Chris Hadfield.
Design and architecture from Frank Gehry.
And so many more.
Click the link down below to support our channel and experience what it's like to learn from the masters at Masterclass.